People are always asking me how to avoid the Tradwife trap that destroyed my life when my husband abandoned me and our children at age 44. Super simple. The West 4 Bs. Here we go. No marriage before age 25. Let those years be years that you discover yourself. You find out what your taste is and food and men and travel and everything. Before age 25, you are in a crucial adult developmental phase that you can't skip over by being in a relationship and taking care of kids. Also, that's your time to invest in you. If that looks like college, if that looks like a trade school, starting a business, and making sure that you're established in a career where you're making money before you ever get into a committed long-term relationship. Number 2, no babies before career. Now, I hear from a lot of Gen Z girls who are really frustrated with the economy right now, who tell me like, I don't see any opportunity for me to ever like have a nice house or have a life or be able to vacation or just be financially independent in our current economy, in our job market, with homes being as expensive as they are. And that means that you just have to be innovative and a little bit more creative. It's much more important for you to be financially independent, even if you have to like buy a duplex with your sister or travel less, than to have all of the stuff, the penthouse and the nice cars and the things that are given to you by a man who can take that stuff away. Also, income released just last week shows that the income disparity between men and women is only $43 a week. Let that soak in, ladies. The average man only makes $43 a week more than the average woman. So find a career where you're going to maximize your earning potential and still love what you're doing before you have baby. Number 3, no financial dependence. Go into that relationship as though it might end, because the fact of the matter is, relationships have a 70% fail rate. That's divorce, death, disability, job loss of the primary worker, and then other factors like pandemics, hurricanes, earthquakes, things like that, wars, trains blowing up and derailing in Ohio. You know who's getting rich on us being financially dependent? Is divorce attorneys. No offense to my divorce attorney friends, but when you get married and you buy a bigger house than you could have on your own, and you buy all the cars and all the stuff, and then you get divorced, the divorce attorney has to go through and they have to unpeel that banana and try to separate your financial lives. If you continue to make your own money, and if the two of you combined live as though you may be single at some point, I guarantee your financial future will be much happier. Number 4, no domestic labor or childcare from the woman. Here's what this looks like. When my partner and I blended, we sat down, we went through all the things that needed to be done in the home, the laundry, the bill paying, etc. And we were gender blind in the assignments of who does what. Kev actually does most of the laundry. We have a schedule of who does the cooking. And this is really important if you're going to have children together. Yes, give the mom that time that she needs to recover from labor and delivery. Maybe for you, that's 3 months. Maybe you're going to nurse and that's a year. But then step back and say, now, how are we going to care for this child? And honestly, that conversation needs to happen before you ever decide to try for conception. We want to have a baby together. How are we going to care for this baby if both of our careers are going to be equally protected, if both of our time and sanity is going to be equally considered? The funny thing is that I see a lot of women who, while they're married, the husband does absolutely nothing, and then they divorce. And then miraculously, dad figures out a way to get the kids to school and still get himself to work on time and figure out lunches and dinners. This right here. A man is not a plan, never has been, never should be. He can be your lover, your fiance, your husband, your best friend, whatever you want him to be, but he is not your financial meal ticket to the penthouse and the Mercedes.